Hi, this is Jenny again, and I'm reminded of a couple other tips from my favorite book called Discovering the 10 Secrets to Sticking to Your Exercise program that I've used since the 90s with clients and with myself. Now that you've completed your activity pyramid, what I think would be another great step is to really write down very specific goals beside each level on your pyramid, or write this down in a notebook. And I want you to keep in mind a SMART goal. So that's specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time specific. So this is a way that you can sort of check in with yourself, or if you've created a buddy, an exercise buddy to hold you accountable. Now that can be somebody you actually work out with, or that can be somebody that you actually have as a supporter asking you in a way that you have set up with them to ask you about keeping to your goals. So let's go back real quickly through the SMART goal. Specific. I'm going to go to yoga twice a week, on Tuesdays and on Thursdays at 10 a.m. Just making this up. So that is your whole goal written out, okay? Is it measurable? Sure, because you're saying, hey, I'm going to go twice a week, so is that measurable? Yes, you can go back and you can count. Did I go once? Did I go twice? Was I like awesome and I went 3 or 4 times? Okay, so you can measure that. Is it achievable? Like I was talking about in the earlier video, you want to be sure that you kind of stick to the low end of the continuum instead of going to 7 days a week. If you're just beginning, try to think about the 0 to 2 range. Not the 0, sorry, the 1 to 2 range. And then work up from there. Is your goal realistic? Really check in with yourself. You can check in with yourself. You're an awesome consultant and coach to yourself. I want you to put this on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being the least, 10 being the most. If you write that goal down and you ask yourself, I'm totally a 9.5. I can totally make 2 times a week to yoga happen. Then you probably know yourself best. I'm going to trust that you do. That your gut knows. So if you put yourself that high above a 5, then it's probably realistic. And then time specific. So for example, you're going to go to yoga twice a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 a.m. for how long? So is that your goal for the next season? The next 3 to 4 months? Is that what you're shooting for? So that is time specific. So you can go back and you can measure again, so that you know whether your goal was achieved or not. Some other goals for exercise, some people put in, muscle mass or muscle mass development. They measure that on a BIA machine, or they're measuring weight loss or fat loss. So there's a lot of different goals that you can put on there. I would also just encourage you to think about making movement fun. Like, what do you want to gain in between your ears? The mental health, your emotional health. How do you want to behave at work? Because now you're moving in your life. How do you want to behave at home? How do you want to think about yourself? Because exercise and movement actually creates a lot of self-esteem, self-respect, self-confidence. It makes you feel stronger. Right? So what do you want to accomplish, not just physically, but what do you want to accomplish mentally, relationally? Some people like to exercise because they can focus better at work or focus better at home getting their tasks done. So it's all personal. It's all up to you. So I give you those tips. Oh, there's one more thing that I forgot. If you fall off the wagon and you get off your plan because there's holidays or a crisis comes up at work or a crisis comes up at home, just settle down. Just have a plan made in advance. If I miss, let's say, 3 times of my exercise, then I need to call out and talk to my supporter friend that I already set up and talk to that person. Or I just go, you know what? I have this conversation in my own head. You know what? It's been really crazy, really busy, but that's okay, because Monday's a new week. I can start again on Monday, or I can start again on Tuesday with my yoga class at 10 a.m. So I just want to encourage you not to be so hard on yourself, but just keep thinking about, how do I move forward? So don't go in the past, don't stay in the past, stay in the now, okay? Have fun!